Have you ever noticed the world around you just doesn't stop talking? Your phone buzzes with notifications. The TV shouts news you don't even want to hear. Social media never sleeps. Even inside your head, there's constant noise. But let me ask you this: when was the last time you truly sat in silence? Not scrolling, not listening, not thinking of your next move. Just silence. Most people feel uncomfortable in silence. They run away from it. But here's the truth. Silence is not emptiness, it is power. And no one understood this better than Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese sage and the founding father of Taoism. While the world chases louder voices, stronger arguments, and endless distractions, Lao Tzu quietly revealed that stillness is the highest strength. In this video, we're going to explore Lao Tzu's timeless wisdom about silence. Why silence is not weakness, but the ultimate strength. How silence helps you love yourself, heal, and connect with your true nature. And practical ways to bring silence into your busy life. By the end of this journey, you'll never look at silence the same way again. You'll realize it's not something to avoid, but the very doorway to peace, clarity, and fulfillment. So let's begin. Section 1. The noise of the modern world. Take a moment and think about your daily life. From the second you wake up, the noise begins. Your alarm rings. Your phone floods you with messages. The world demands your attention before you've even taken a breath. You scroll through Instagram or YouTube, and thousands of voices scream for your time. The news flashes tragedy after tragedy. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is shouting louder than the other. This endless noise doesn't just surround us, it seeps inside us. We begin to measure ourselves against what we see online. We feel anxious because we're bombarded with negativity. We lose touch with our own voice because we're drowned out by everyone else's. And yet, here's the paradox. The louder the world becomes, the more people feel empty inside. Lao Tzu understood this centuries ago. He wrote in the Tao Te Ching, "Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know." What did he mean? He meant that truth, wisdom, and strength are not found in constant chatter. They are found in the quiet, in the silence between thoughts, in the stillness of your soul. Look at nature. The forest does not speak, yet it heals you. The river flows without words, yet it teaches you persistence. The sky is silent, yet it holds infinite mysteries. Lao Tzu invites us to notice this. Silence is not absence. Silence is presence. It is the presence of clarity, the presence of truth, the presence of life itself. When we are trapped in the noise of the world, we forget who we are. But when we step into silence, we begin to remember. Section 2. Silence as inner power. Most of us have been taught to believe that power comes from speaking louder, making noise, and proving ourselves. But Lao Tzu flips this idea on its head. He says, silence is strength. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who didn't talk much, but their presence alone made the entire room fall quiet? That's the kind of strength silence carries. Silence doesn't mean weakness. Silence doesn't mean ignorance. Silence means clarity, focus, and control. Lao Tzu often spoke about Wu Wei, the Taoist principle of effortless action. And silence is the perfect example of Wu Wei. It doesn't fight. It doesn't push. Yet it transforms. Picture a mountain. It doesn't move. It doesn't make noise. But its silence commands respect. Rivers bend around it. Winds whisper across it. Yet the mountain stands in quiet power. Silence is like that mountain. It grounds you. It gives you unshakable strength. When you choose silence in a noisy world, you're not escaping. You're rising above. You stop reacting to every little thing. You stop wasting energy on arguments that don't matter. You become centered, like a tree with deep roots, unshaken by storms. This is why Lao Tzu said, "Silence is a source of great strength." It's not just about keeping your mouth closed, it's about cultivating a stillness inside you that no chaos can disturb. Section 3. Silence and Self-Discovery. Silence is not only power, it is a mirror. When the noise of the world fades, something magical happens. You start to hear yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your true voice. But here's the truth most people miss. As long as you're surrounded by noise, you'll never know who you really are. You'll only hear echoes of other people's voices. Lao Tzu believed that the Tao, the ultimate truth of life, can't be spoken. It can only be experienced. And silence is the doorway to that experience. Think of a calm lake. When the water is still, you can see your reflection clearly. But when it's disturbed, the image is broken. Our minds are like that lake. When there is silence, we can finally see ourselves. In silence, masks fall away. In silence, pretenses dissolve. In silence, you meet your real self, the self beyond roles, beyond fears, beyond judgment. And here's the most beautiful part. When you meet yourself in silence, you discover that you're already enough. You don't need the world's noise to validate you. This is why so many great sages, mystics, and philosophers spent time in solitude, not to escape life, but to connect with life more deeply. Silence is not loneliness, it's intimacy with your soul. Silence is not emptiness, it's fullness waiting to be felt. Silence is not absence, it's presence in its purest form. And once you've experienced that, you begin to live differently. You speak less, but with more impact. You chase less, but attract more. You fear less, but love more. Silence gives you back to yourself. Section 4. Silence as healing. Noise is not just around us, it seeps into us. The constant chatter of society becomes the chatter in our heads. And this inner noise drains us mentally, emotionally, even physically. But silence? Silence is medicine. Modern science tells us that silence lowers blood pressure, reduces stress hormones, and improves brain function. But Lao Tzu didn't need research papers to know this. He simply observed nature. Have you ever walked into a quiet forest and felt instantly lighter? That's the healing power of silence. The Tao teaches us that life flows like a river. When we stop resisting, when we stop making noise, we begin to flow too. Imagine a wounded animal. What does it do? It retreats into silence to heal. We humans are no different. Our wounds, emotional or spiritual, close faster in stillness. Silence allows the chaos inside us to settle. It clears the fog. It makes space for peace to return. Section 5. Practical ways to cultivate silence. Lao Tzu never told us to escape the world. He told us to align with it. So how can you bring silence into your noisy life? Here are some Taoist-inspired practices. Daily silent reflection. Begin or end your day with 10 minutes of silence. No phone, no music, just you and your breath. Mindful pauses. Before you react to something, pause. Count to 3 in silence. Notice how this single pause changes everything. Nature immersion. Lao Tzu found wisdom in rivers, mountains, and trees. Go outside. Let nature's silence teach you. Silent listening. When someone speaks, don't just wait for your turn to talk. Listen deeply. In that silence, you'll learn more than words can teach. Breathing in stillness. Taoist breathing exercises remind us, silence begins with the breath. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Let silence ride on your breath. Silence is not something you wait for. It's something you practice. The more you cultivate it, the more natural it becomes. Section 6. silence in relationships and the world. Many people think silence creates distance, but Lao Tzu shows us the opposite. Silence deepens connection. Think of the most meaningful moments in your life. Were they always filled with words? Or were they often in silence, holding someone's hand, watching a sunset, sharing a quiet smile? Silence allows space for understanding. It allows love to grow without force. It allows wisdom to rise without noise. In a noisy argument, silence is maturity. In a crowded world, silence is presence. In relationships, silence is the soil where trust and intimacy grow. Lao Tzu's wisdom reminds us, the most powerful language is often unspoken. So what does Lao Tzu really teach us about silence? That silence is not emptiness, it is fullness. That silence is not weakness, it is strength. That silence is not absence, it is presence. When you embrace silence, you reclaim your power. You heal, you discover yourself. You live in peace, in a world that never stops talking. Those who master silence rise above the noise. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remember Lao Tzu's wisdom. Silence is a source of great strength. Practice one small act of silence today. Close your eyes, breathe, let the noise fade, and feel the peace that was always waiting inside you. Because in silence, you don't lose yourself. You finally find yourself.